Right now, 88% of all global foreign exchange transactions and 58% of the world's foreign exchange reserves are conducted in a single currency. Nearly the entire physical weight of global trade is floating on a sea of US dollars. Economists call this the exorbitant privilege. Because the global economy requires a constant supply of dollars to function, the United States can print money, run massive trade deficits, and fund a globally dominant military without triggering the hyperinflation that would devastate other nations. This chart tracks the US dollar's share of global foreign exchange reserves. Between 2015 and 2024, that share dropped from 66 to 57%. The US government frequently uses economic sanctions and tariffs to advance its foreign policy. In 2022, Washington coordinated the removal of Russian financial institutions from the SWIFT international payment system, confirming for many nations that the dollar is actively utilized as a financial weapon. Other nations took note. The BRICS bloc, initially Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, are now actively exploring alternative payment systems and digital currencies to bypass dollar-denominated trade entirely. Media headlines frequently claim the immediate end of the dollar is here, but replacing it requires dismantling an invisible, deeply entrenched financial architecture that practically traps the rest of the global economy inside its network. The United States systematically captured this network from the British pound during the post-World War II Bretton Woods Agreement, when 44 allied nations agreed to peg their currencies directly to the US dollar. In the 1970s, the system pivoted. The US struck a deal with Saudi Arabia to price its crude oil exclusively in dollars. If a country needed to buy energy to keep its economy running, it had to hold US currency. This created a powerful network effect. Because everyone uses the dollar, it becomes the most logical currency for everyone else. If a company in Brazil sells goods to Indonesia, they don't trade in reals or rupiah. They invoice the transaction in US dollars. A network of this scale requires massive hardware. That hardware is the $28 trillion US Treasury market. Central banks and global corporations need a highly liquid, safe place to park their cash reserves, and US government debt is the only pool large enough to absorb it all. 80 years of historical lock-in, global network effects, and military protection, and a massive domestic bond market have transformed the US dollar into an inescapable global operating system. If foreign governments resent this financial monopoly, it raises the question of why rival economic superpowers haven't successfully hijacked the network. Look at the euro. The European Union lacks a centralized fiscal union, resulting in a fragmented sovereign debt market. The 1.8 trillion euro market for German bonds is dwarfed by the US Treasury market. Meanwhile, China has ambitions to internationalize the renminbi, but Beijing enforces strict capital controls. Investors won't park wealth behind state-controlled walls. Emerging digital alternatives like unbacked cryptocurrencies fail the network test for a different reason. International shipping invoices typically take 30 to 60 days to settle. Extreme price volatility makes these tokens functionally useless for a business trying to predict its actual revenue. Today, central banks are currently hoarding physical gold as a safe haven. But heavy metal lacks the digital fluidity and interest-generating yield required to oil the gears of modern, high-speed global trade. Wanting to leave the dollar network isn't enough. To dethrone the US, rivals must engineer an alternative system that is equally massive, secure, and liquid. Right now, that system does not exist. The dollar's decline won't be a sudden economic explosion. It will be a slow, steady technological fragmentation as nations build parallel rails. The infrastructure cracks are forming right now. China is actively rolling out its digital renminbi, and the BRICS bloc has announced plans for a digital cross-border payment solution designed explicitly to bypass US financial rails. If the dollar's network effect shrinks, the United States loses its exorbitant privilege. The US national debt currently sits at 121% of its GDP. A shrinking global demand for dollars means the government loses its ability to cheaply finance that ballooning deficit. When the government faces higher borrowing costs, the impact moves directly to the average citizen. It translates to higher interest rates, more expensive mortgages, and a depreciating currency that makes imported goods significantly pricier. A diminished dollar also curtails America's ability to enforce its foreign policy, limits its military funding, and erodes its leverage when deploying economic sanctions. Powerful network effects still insulate the US dollar, but by weaponizing that power abroad while carrying massive domestic debt, the United States provides the exact incentive the rest of the world needs to patiently code the infrastructure to finally unplug.